All right, this is Riverside Today. This is the Live Radio Show, and I'm so happy to say that Mr. Cormac Todd is here with guitarist Danny for the first ever on Air Acoustic. Thank you so much, Cormac, for coming in.
Hello, thank you for having me. So great
to
be here.
the first time. It's your third time at Riverside Radio.
It's my third time.
But
yeah.
nothing like this.
Nothing like this. This is our debut performance on Riverside Radio, so very excited to be here.
Oh man, I'm buzzing, so I apologise to any listeners who are like, oh my god, he's like too much. But yeah, I am going to be too much because I'm excited. This is 10 years in the making. Like 26th of May 2013, I said I want to do on Air Acoustic, and it's taken till the 20th of March 2023, so it's been a bit of a journey. But you must be on quite a high, because this weekend, as an Irishman, you've had St Patrick's Day on Friday,
yes,
and then you had England losing to you guys.
Of course, big wins.
Even if you don't like rugby, I still feel that's a massive high for you guys.
Oh yeah, no, it's been a great weekend. It's great to celebrate the Irish culture abroad and connect with your fellow Irish people in the UK. So yeah, it's been great, and then just getting all the photos from home.
And we've got Danny, who's Italian, who will be celebrating on Thursday because England have got Italy in the football.
Surely.
So it'll be another disappointing day to be an Englishman. But one thing I did want to know about, obviously being from Ireland, I've been to Dublin, I've been to Cork. The music scene is so mad. Like, what made you want to move, or what made you want to move out of Dublin to sort of be in London area?
So I think, yes, so there's a specific, Irish people seem to be very musical in general. Like most people I know have an instrument or some kind of affiliation with music. It's very inherent in our culture. So I moved here for a job actually, and then it just
fair play.
Yeah, I moved here for a job, and I've always wanted to pursue music, so it just kind of all lined up. I moved here to study as well, in BIM University. It's a music college. And the appeal of the UK and London in particular is like there's an abundance of music opportunities, and just the variety of genres is exceptional. So you get exposed to like a variety of different musical influences that you might not get the same. While there's quality music in Dublin, obviously it's a more diverse, much bigger population in the UK, so you get access to a lot more experiences that are quite diverse. Oh,
so that's probably getting me on to the nice question of, do you play an instrument?
So I play keys to write, but I wouldn't call myself a pianist.
So that's that's why lovely Danny's here with the guitar. How does that go about? How do you meet someone who does play guitar, and how do you kind of move on from there and say, right, actually I've got these songs and I need you to play the guitar for me? How does that kind of come about?
Yeah, so generally I would write the songs, and then you just pitch it. So mostly for me it was Instagram and TikTok where I found most of my collaborators. Danny in particular, my current guitarist, we met at university. So you have a list of different people that are associated with your project, and then whoever's free will jump in and hop on it if they're passionate about the music, and that's the main thing. You have to be giving them quality work, or they're not interested. Of course, they're busy people.
How many guitarists have you been through to get to Danny?
So we have Danny's my main chick. But I
love that.
As an artist, you have to have like a strong network of musicians, because Danny could get booked for.
Oh, okay, of course.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about the music. Right. Yeah. So your first song you're going to be singing today is Lifeboat.
Lifeboat.
What's it about? How did it come about? And why is it? Why did you want to release it?
So I released this back in 2021 in my village. So I wrote it in my village in Ireland. It was just on the turn of, it was the beginning of the pandemic that I wrote it. So I have this person in my life that's a very good friend of mine who's I've always looked up to and somewhat idolized, and they were having a vulnerable moment, and I remember just being kind of surprised at their vulnerability, because I've always seen them as so strong. So I live by the sea where I'm from.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, this is a nice metaphor. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in, and I was like, it's my turn to support you, and that's where the idea came from.
Oh, that's cute, man.
So then I wrote that, and then it took a few months to like get to know a good producer that would suit it, and finally we did, and then I produced it in my bedroom remotely in Ireland with this guy in the UK. He lives in Brighton.
Oh god.
So we never actually met, which is funny, but yeah, we produced it. It was great, and that's what it's about. It's about just like, it's kind of like a pop version of I'll be there for you, or You Got a Friend in Me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about we do get this first song from you then?
Lovely.
Let's have Lifeboat from Cormac Todd.
Thank you. up in a riptide when the storm is passing through. Darling, I'll be there for you when you need me to. When you're drifting from the searchlights, you start to sink below. Whispers save our souls. I'll throw you a rope. You won't be alone tonight, waiting by the dock in the twilight. Take my hand and hold it tight. You know that you won't be alone tonight. Meet you by the shore in the moonlight. You know it's okay to cry. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. So when you're caught up in a riptide, when the thoughts are getting cold, I'll sail across this lonely globe just to keep your hope afloat. Oh. And when you're haunted by the dark skies and the stars have lost their glow, the path looks so unknown, I'll guide you home. You won't be alone tonight, waiting by the dock in the twilight. Take my hand and hold it tight. You know that you won't be alone tonight. Meet you on the shore in the moonlight. You know it's okay to cry. Oh, I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. Darling, you won't be alone tonight, no. Take a breath, take a rest, and when the sky relights, we'll face the demons down together, and you won't be alone. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in. I'll be your lifeboat when the tide is coming in.
Wow. That was the first ever song of On Air Acoustic, and I don't think I could have picked someone and a song better. That was absolutely incredible. I've just had front row tickets to probably one of the most amazing things. 10 years, man. Like,
oh my God.
Well, okay, I'm overwhelmed, but I'm like, wow.
Oh, thank
but
you.
How? You said you wrote that for a friend. How did they feel when they first ever heard that? Because that must have been crazy.
I've never actually told them.
Oh no.
Them. I've never actually told them that it's about them, but I hope they know. I just didn't know how to approach it because I didn't want them to feel.
I know you got you, man.
Yeah, but I'm still there for them all the time. We're very close. I'm sure they know. They must know. I played it for them so many times, but I don't think they know it's about them.
There's something quite beautiful in it.
I like it. It's just friendship.
How did I'm always quite interested about songwriting. So how does it all, like, where do you start with songwriting? Because I'm just I don't know nothing about it.
So the whole thing for me is, like, I listen to music all the time. Mm-hmm. So you're constantly, getting influenced and just getting inspired. And for me, it's like I try and go out and live my life and enjoy myself and get life experiences, because if you haven't lived, how do you write?
That's very true.
And for me, yeah, I might just be walking along and I'll get a little and I'll just have it in my head, and I'm like this. I'll be out with my mates and I'll be like sitting in the corner with my my phone and my recorder. I'll be like into the recorder, or like I'll be lying in bed like trying to sleep, and then I have like a melody in my head, and I'm like, the amount of recordings I have that are like whisper, because I have a roommate obviously. And the amount of recordings I have just been like at like 3 a.m, And yeah, so that's kind of it. It's just like it comes to you in waves, and then you sit down and you I definitely ride on feelings. So if I'm feeling something very strong, whatever it is, happiness, sadness, grief, whatever, if I'm in the mood to write, I'll sit down and I'll pour myself into a song.
Yeah, it does seem like it's music, doesn't it? Like, it always comes from that special place. Like, it always feels very heartfelt in music.
I think so. I think it has to.
Easier.
I think it has to. I think, yeah, because like it's all, for me, the whole thing about the way that I've positioned my music, it's all about like, even if something is hard, I want you to feel uplifted about it. I want you to feel it's about dealing with difficult things in a positive way.
That's very true, yeah.
And having an uplifting sentiment. And yeah, I think for me, it's all about like the connection with people. Like, I want you to feel connected to the song, and not just something that's kind of a throwaway sentiment. I want you to feel like
that song you just played, Their Life, but that's one of those songs I think not just men like with mental health at the moment, but I think everyone can just like relate to that song. It's like, yeah, you know what? Because it's like mad, because like some people want the lifeboat, but some people are the lifeboat.
Yeah.
That's a mad way. That's a mad.
Yeah, I agree. And like, even I've had people message me on Instagram like from their hospital beds saying,
"Oh my word!"
The songs. I've had people that have been going through tough times. Like, they're like, "I've been going through it, and I really just love this song. It's really helped me." That
must be like the most rewarding thing ever as an artist.
It's very nice. It's very nice because it's, no matter what scale it's at, it's done its job. And that's what I want. It's just like, it's about people just connecting and being like, oh yeah, this is me, I get it.
I mean, it's still doing its job. I mean, that's the first ever song found on Air Acoustic, so I'm well happy. I'm going to remember this day for the rest of my life. Hopefully when this goes up and up and up. But Danny, for you, like, when you heard that song for the first time, what was your reaction like?
Well, yeah, I was thinking the same. Like, it's definitely for someone that you care about. So I was like, okay, this is really nice. And I liked also the whole production of it, how it was structured, because in the original also, it starts quieter on the chorus, and then it also closes in the end, like in a different way, like you will expect another chorus, but then it just suits you out, it just fades out, and yeah, it just...
I guess that's the fun part about being a guitarist, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get thrown into, but...
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing. Right, so let's get more music, because I'm excited now.
Do you want to do another song?
Let's do Confessions, I think.
Okay, let's do Confessions.
I love Confessions.
Yeah.
So for everyone listening, this was the song I played, the third song we played of the show, is Confessions. I love it. It's so sassy. I don't know if you mean it. It's so sassy.
The words out of my mouth. I was just about to say that. It's pure sassy.
I love it. When I'm listening to it, it's like, do you know what? I don't know where I'm listening. Like, I could be walking on the underground, and I just feel this, like, I'm like, I'm getting secondhand sassy.
Yeah,
like, what am I up
sassy.
to?
It is. I agree. I was just about to say that.
I love it. Right, we'll talk about how Confessions all came about, but let's get Confessions on.
Okay,
so this is Cormac Todd with Confessions on the Riverside Radio show.
Strung out on ego, no muzzle, keep up the show. Hot air and glass house emotions, throwing stones. I just wanted you to know I'll always hold you close. You've heard it all before, I'll always hold you close. Yeah. Time to go, you go high and I go low. If you love them, you let them go. You'll be alright, we'll be alright, goodbye. Hit the road, just another door to close. Though we missed our chance to grow, you'll be alright, we'll be alright, goodbye. Yeah. You'll be alright, we'll be alright, oh. New light, new focus, I found it. Rhythm and bloom. If I'm confessing, the burn is what I needed. Self-forgiveness too. I just wanted you to know I'll always hold you close. You've heard it all before, I'll always hold you close. Time to go, you go high and I go low. If you love them, you let them go. You'll be alright, we'll be alright, goodbye. Hit the road, just another door to close. Though we missed our chance Destiny, dance with me. You'll be alright. Destiny, set me free. Time to go. You go high and I go low. If you love them, you let them go. You'll be alright. We'll be alright. Goodbye. Hit the road. Oh, just another door to close. No, we missed our chance to grow. You'll be alright. We'll be alright. Goodbye. Yeah, yeah. You'll be alright. We'll be alright. Goodbye. You'll be alright. We'll be alright.
Oh my god, I think I may have just created myself the best job on radio. That song is so good, man.
Thank you.
I love the sassiness of it.
Thank
I love
you.
how we've had Lifeboat where it's like,
It's soft.
where it's like, oh, you know, I'll be there for your man and all this,
Like,
and then we've got Confessions where it's like, see ya.
Yeah, it is like see ya. It's like, but it's like I wish you well. It's like I wish you well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what makes it kind of.
Yeah.
That's the sassiness
Yeah.
part of it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no, you're great, but see ya.
Goodbye. Yeah, 100%.
So how did that one come about?
So that's kind of like, so I wrote that maybe a year ago, and it was more just, I was feeling like a real disconnect from my hometown, and
Oh, okay.
you know, we get into our 20s and we all grow up, and you know, you don't see people for years, and then you realize when you meet up that the relationship has kind of moved on and you're on different paths. So
Yep.
it was kind of like time to go. You go high, I go low. If you love them, you let them go. You'll be alright, we'll be alright, goodbye. It's like I wish you well,
Yeah.
and I wish you all the best, but we're different people now, and there's no point in forcing it.
No, I
So,
think it's such a mad thing when you're actually like in your 20s. Like nobody tells you this, do
No,
they?
no.
There was a song like from Sam Smith, "I'm Not Here to Make Friends," and he kind of said
Oh,
the same
yeah,
thing. He was like,
yeah.
"I've got the friends in my life now. I'm
Yeah.
not making any
You
more.
want to-
I just don't
you
have
want
time for it."
romance. Yeah,
But no
yeah.
one gives you that kind of like when
You
you
move
get older,
on.
like
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's going to need a dog sitter. They're going to need their baby being sat.
Yeah,
And it's like
yeah.
oh no, he's got work and he's got.
Yeah. And
But,
just
like-
different experiences.
And you do really move on.
You move on, like there's different environments. You just your opinions change. Like it's just, and then you meet new people that are more aligned to, because you find yourself in your 20s a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, because I suppose when you're a teenager, like you all have the same experience. You all go to the same school.
That's very true. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, and now like, you know, I have still a lot of very close friends from that time of my life, but naturally there is a drift from some people, and it's not even, it's part of life. So it was just about recognizing that it's like, it's just letting go and stop trying to hold on and force something that's not natural.
Do you feel like that because as a creative,
Yeah.
like someone who wants to go out there and do, you know, that mad dream thing, you
Yeah,
know, I'm in the
yeah.
same boat, whether
Yeah.
it's
With radio,
presenting or whether
Yeah.
it's, you know, making music.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, everyone kind of goes, ooh, there's two paths. And everyone goes, oh, I like this path because it's safe. And then people like us lot, we go,
The dreamers.
let's go on this one, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know how it's going to end, but
Yeah.
we know there's something at the end of this
Yeah.
road, and we
Yeah.
just keep going and keep going. And I think that's where the whole drift comes from, doesn't it? Because some play it safe and some don't.
It's true, and I think. But the thing is, if you're in my life, I want you to come with me. It's not that, you know.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But it depends on. You know, everyone's lives are different. Everyone's experiences are different. Everyone's hurdles are different. But yeah, you want people that, because I'm the biggest cheerleader for the people in my life. You know, I want them to succeed and rise. But I want that back though. I want that
Yeah.
energy. And sometimes, you know, if someone's going through a hard time, and they've been a great friend, I can be totally patient and supportive. That's fine. But it's more in a situation where you feel like you're giving more than you're receiving, and also you're feeling maybe drained consistently over a long period of time. And if you just don't feel like they're on your team the way they should be, but then, you know, there's loads of different circumstances. But it's just, if it's a long term, you don't feel like they've really got your back. If something's off, then it's time to let them go, I think. And I know that's and it's not like a dramatic thing. It's like assessing. It's assessing over a year or 2 years.
I think it's a necessity, isn't it?
It's a necessity for peace. And there's new people.
Yeah.
You know, but
That's very true.
But it is nice to, like, you know, if you have family, it's nice to have family. It's nice to have those friends that are like brothers and sisters at this stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got those. Like they'll listen.
Yeah.
Like they've got busy lives, but they'll listen to my show.
Yeah.
Every Monday, sort of 2 till 4, and I'm like, oh my, like you don't have to do it, but you do it, and that's what I think. I think some people. I think you go, oh, you've got mates, and I think you've got brothers.
I agree.
Like they just have that little step up on some other people.
I agree, and like you don't even need to listen to my music. I don't even mind that. I don't care about that. It's more, I just want you to be my friend.
They're missing out if they're not listening to your music.
No, thank you.
That's an honest opinion.
Thank you. But it's more like I just want you to be. I want us to just have a good relationship where we lift each other up as people, not as musicians, not as accountants or whatever it is. Just as a friendship. That's a support system.
Well, yeah, it's the whole tribe thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
like we do need people in our little our little tribe.
I got your back. I want you to have mine. Do you know what I mean?
What's the biggest? Oh, so. If you're trying to be a musician, do you ever feel like you're misunderstood? Like when you're trying to explain what you're trying to do to people, and people go, "Oh, forget that." Like have a plan B. Do you ever get like, "Oh no, like I can't have a plan B. I have a plan A, and that's it."
So I don't really get. I found that very much at the start.
Yeah.
So maybe three years ago. 3 years ago, I remember my dad was like, "You're too old for this. You need to get it together." But it's coming from a good place.
It is,
Actually,
safety,
everyone that has said that to me it's come from a good place. But they obviously are not in. It's coming from a good place. It's coming from I want the best for you, and I want you to be secure, and I don't want you to be a starving artist. You know what I mean? But it's when you surround yourself with like-minded people that like know the industry and understand the business side. Because it's important, like as an artist, independent or otherwise, you need to understand the business.
Big time.
And you need to understand, what you have to understand what your goal is, because where are you going? You're not gonna
wishy-washy
move.
world, man. Yeah,
you have to have your goals, and it might change, but you need to have a direction. So people that have said, oh, like you should try this, they don't understand. They're not in it, so they don't really understand, and they're just doing their best actually. So I really appreciate it actually, because it's more from a place of love than trying to knock me. Do you know what I mean? It's just worry, because they don't understand. They've no experience. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I wish. Like, if at the start of my journey, I wish someone did say that. Like, people are going to say this.
Yeah.
But it's from a place of love. Like, it's
from
not
a place of love.
Like when they say, make sure you have a plan B.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like that plan B is there is no plan B. But now I'm getting old. Like now I'm going to hit 30 in 2 months' time.
Okay.
Now I'm at the age where I'm like, I understand why they say that. It's just, because it's not a safe road, but I guess you do have to have something to fall back on.
Yeah, but I mean, I think like it's it's important to, if you want to do anything creative that's like very, probably it's insecure. You know what I mean? It's insecure until you get to a certain level. So it's good to have like other skills so that you can make money and be able to support yourself. But yeah, like as you said, like as Clara Amfo exists. Do you know what I mean? She made it.
Yeah,
do you know
exactly. Like, someone had to do it.
Yeah, someone had to do it. So, it's you just have to back yourself as well and put in the work.
Yeah, and I'm manifesting like this whole thing, and like I've had a thought of this, and this is my first ever session. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Okay, so just before you go, what's upcoming for you? Where's the gigs? What's going on with you?
So the next gig is on the 16th of April in the Gunners Pub.
Nice.
So doors are at 7 p.m. So you can check out the link if you follow my Instagram or check out my Instagram.
The shout it out.
The details are there. So it's just Cormac Todd Music. So CORMAC TODD Music. So if you want to come to a gig, you're more than welcome. We always have a great time. And that's the biggest gig coming up so far. So then we'll have a release during the summer again as well. So
new music's coming out in the summer.
So hopefully an EP project. We're just getting it finished now.
Okay, all I'm going to say is I'm here.
Okay.
On Air Acoustic, the Live Line Radio Show.
Yes.
If we want to have an exclusive, here we are.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so what I'll say right now is thank you so much for coming on, both of you, not just you, Cormac, also you, Danny.
Thank you.
And I'll see you in the summer, I guess.
See you in the summer. Awesome.